Welcome to our beautiful detox event. Thank you for taking the time tonight to join us, whether you're here in real time or if you're watching the recording. Sit back, relax, listen, learn, and we've got some beautiful stories coming ahead. So my name's Mons, and I've got the privilege of hosting tonight's event. I've been in this space for going on 3 years. And I've had some amazing results from the beautiful products that you'll hear a bit about shortly. But just over a year ago, we had a beautiful program come into place. I think it was July last year, the Detox program and the Lifestyle program, which has been a massive game changer for me. At first, I was very skeptical about sharing something that also aligned with a bit of weight loss because I've always been a yo-yo dieter. But as I've, gone into the months of this beautiful program and just really adapted to some amazing new healthy habits, I've really started to just absolutely love this beautiful program. So the Detox, which is a 10-day program, has been absolutely amazing each month. Whether I jump in, I do a little bit, I do the whole thing. It's actually helped me really get in tune with my body and just really see where I need certain things. Like I notice when I'm craving sugar, it's actually that I need more protein in my diet. And when I am maybe over, really active with a physical job, I'm just adding in a little bit extra as I go along. But it's the healthy habits that we've had and that I have adapted to in this beautiful program that have really helped me. I've dropped 22 kgs in the last year. My energy is definitely a lot higher. Some really random results that I got was like a higher libido, and just having the courage to do more. So really doing things that I thought were unrealistic before. So I started running for the first time in my life and did my first 8K run at the start of the year. And actually this afternoon went and played I think the kids call it a 3v3 or whatever it was, and we played football on the field, and I would not have thought that I would be doing that a year ago. So beautiful program, and we're going to hear some amazing stories from some beautiful ladies, and I am just going to pass it on to the wonderful Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I've been in this space for about 2 years now. Um, I first did the detox last year when we first launched, and it wasn't the greatest experience. I had all negative feelings towards it, and I didn't think I would ever jump on it again. And then this year in June, I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and I decided to try the detox program for a second time, and I absolutely loved it. Um, I had a 5 kg drop, and I found that I was sleeping better, my moods were better, and then because I was so positive for that month, I jumped on it the second time and dropped another 1.5 kgs, and still the same. I'm going to head into it for next month, and yeah. I'd like to pass on to Stacey.
Oh, hello everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here and sharing around our amazing detox program. And with that detox program, we have some amazing nutrition that really support our body. But a little bit about me is when I first came into this space, I had been suffering some ill health. So I had some anxiety. I was constantly sick. and my immune health was not in a good space. So I'd been on constant rounds of antibiotics, which gave me a good indication that I'd probably ruin my gut health. So that was something that was really important for me to try and fix. And I had been looking at all sorts of different products out there, and it can just get really confusing and overwhelming until I met the beautiful Tammy that you'll meet tonight. And she shared with me some whole food nutrition that she had been using and sharing, and that came with some really, really good evidence. So immunity was really, really important for me because I wanted to improve my immunity. So I will share with you the products that I first started on. So I first got our fruit, vegetable, and berries. Now, this is over 33 varieties of fruit, vegetable, and berries. And what I love about this is that when you read the label, you are going to see a food label. So there's no big technical scientific words or fancy numbers that you aren't sure what they actually mean. So basically, this product is exactly what the label says it is. It has been proven to improve immunity, and that was really, really important for me. And they're also really, really high in antioxidants, which helps support our DNA as well and reduce inflammation in our body. So all those things really, really gave me comfort, and just knowing that it was a whole food and not a synthetic product as well, and that it was going to support my body in the best way. The next thing I tried was our omega capsules, and I don't actually have any on me at the moment because I put all my capsules into a container and I've just thrown the bottle out. But yes, I tried the omegas next, and that was another product that I thought was really, really interesting because I found out that our body can't make omegas and we need to outsource them. And that other positive benefits from omegas is that it helps support brain health because our brain is made up of fat and we need to feed it fat. So that just made sense to me. Also, they're really, really good for hair, skin, nails. And if you have any kind of joint health like arthritis or other inflammatory conditions, it helps reduce that inflammation in the body. Excuse me, it's a little bit dry in my room. So with any of our fruit and vegetable bundles, you also get to support a child free for our chewables. So we've got fruit chewables and vegetable chewables. So there's over 22 varieties in these 2 packets of fruits and veggies. And it's a really, really great way to bridge the gap in your children's diet and just to add some added boosted nutrients into them. My children love them, and my grandchildren love them as well. When they come over, they know where to head into my room, and they come out and they say, Nanny Choo, Nanny Choo. And I just love that they can get something into their body that's actually really, really good for them. Our next detox product that I want to share is our complete shakes. So these 2 shakes is a really good addition to your meal. So it's not a meal replacement, it's more like a meal addition. So it comes in chocolate and it also comes in vanilla. And what I really love about these shakes is that they're full of prebiotics. So it's really, really good for your gut health. There's vitamin D from mushrooms in here. We've got niacin, which is a great mood stabilizer from walnuts in there. There's lots of B vitamins and minerals, and soy. It is a non-GMO soy that is really, really good for women's hormones as well. So getting this into my body, every single day, I know that I'm getting the goodness that my body just doesn't quite get from diet alone. So these are a great addition. They're super yummy, and you can make lots of sweet treats with them, but they're healthy treats like bliss balls. You can make slices, basically anything that you want to add some, extra goodness into you. and they are great for the whole family, for the children. And my daughters have particularly had these when they were breastfeeding and when they're pregnant, and they found that they were really easy to take. That gave them comfort that, you know, they were passing on those extra nutrients to their baby as well. So that is our main 4 products. And we've got a couple of other new products out there. So this is our cacao rocks. So this is also a sustainably sourced cacao from Ecuador, and we partner with the Toac company. But yeah, this is a really, really beautiful product. And then we've also got our Luminate, which is a great alternative to an energy drink. It is great for brain boosting, like mental clarity, focus, anything like that. Maybe you just want a pick-me-up because you are a busy mum in your day. Maybe you're studying and you just want to get some added extra brain power. But yeah, berry and mango flavour, and it is very lovely. So that is our product range for now, and I'd love to pass you on to Tammy. Oh, Caroline, is it?
No, actually me, because we seem to have, oh, hang on, here comes Caroline. We'll just see if she's ready. She's coming in. Hang on, here we go. How are you, Caroline, for sharing now? You good?
Sorry, guys. How long was I out? Oh, sorry. I missed the end of what you said, Stacey. Sorry about that. My computer just completely blanked out. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're all good.
Sorry. Apologies, because I'd taken my computer downstairs and had my battery on me and completely forgot. It runs out really fast, super fast. Anyway, just like our brains, my computer uses up far too much energy too fast. I learned an interesting fact today. Talking about the brain, I'm going to actually do a few facts just about omega blend and berry blend, and to tie in with what Stacey touched on before, with regarding how important omegas are with the brain. It's incredible. Did you know that the average baby, when they're born, 75% of their energy goes to their brain? I mean, your brain's very important, and the most important thing in the brain, the biggest building blocks of the brain cells are the omegas, of course, omegas and phospholipids. So you've got the omegas, phospholipids, and add in the vitamin B12. Basically, they are the 3 most important things for the health of the brain. I'm just going to quickly show you one. I have got the omegas with me here, what they look like. So when I came across these products a couple of years ago with the lovely Tammy, so I've been a pharmacist for over 35 years and I've sold many, many different brands of fish oils, right? But the brilliant thing about these omegas, they are a cut above any of those fish oils I ever sold, even the most expensive fish oils. They bypass the fish. You don't kill a whole lot of fish. It's much more sustainable. It goes straight to the source of the DHA, EPA that the fish eat in the food chain, and that is the algae oil. So the algae oil is organically farmed and put into these wonderful Pulalan capsules. You see a little funny little bubble in there. They put a let's see, liquid nitrogen bubble is put in there as the capsule sealed under cold conditions, not using heat. Most fish oil capsules that I've been always sold over the years, virtually all of them use gelatin, and gelatin requires heat to be closed. So as soon as you add heat or oxygen to any kind of oil, especially the fish oils that you buy in any the cheap brands out there, they start oxidizing. And once oils get rancid, I kid you not, once they are rancid, they are worse for your health than taking it and not taking it at all, quite frankly. You have to have these oils in top condition. And that's what I loved. This is what got me, with my pharmaceutical background. As soon as I realized when I found out that after 7 years of research, they designed this particular capsule that way, so there was no oxygen, no heat passed through the oil. That was a big plus for me, right? And another big plus is recently, through my research, I actually will recommend you all watch, quite independent of the Juice Plus company. This is what confirms our product. There's a nutritionist in England called Patrick Holford. He's written a couple of books. He's been a research for many, many years about nutrition. I just watched a bit of it again today, and I've watched it before. There's a really, really excellent podcast between him and Dr. John Campbell. If you want it from me, I will send it to you, the link. and they talk about nutrition in the brain, and they touch on basically there are 4 prongs to preventing dementia. Now, I'm big on this because my dad died sadly of multi-infarct dementia, sadly, and I saw my grandmother, his mother, die even younger than him in the early 70s. She got full-blown Alzheimer's. She was pretty bad. And she never ate eggs. And we now know that eggs are good for the brain because eggs provide you with choline, which is a phospholipids, right? So you need omega-3s, phospholipids, and B12, right? So the vitamin Bs. When I went through this podcast today, which I would recommend you will have a look at, he talks about the 4 prongs to protect your brain. And one is, of course, the omega-3s, which we get in our omega B. 2 the B vitamins, which we're getting from my other products. And fruit and veggie. He said apparently you really need antioxidants from fruits and veggies. In fact, they did a study, quick fact for you here, they did a study on all these people that looked at their consumption of fruits and veggies, etc. And the ones that had that were in the top third in terms of consumption of fruits, veggies, herbs, and all the lovely antioxidants that we have in our products, they had halved their risk of dementia. Now that was quite startling for me when I heard that. And I know the omega-3s. So I'm very happy that I'm on this program because the omegas, with our omegas, we have the algae oil, which gives you the DHA, and we also have the omega-3, 5, 6, and 7. We've got the full spectrum of healthy oils from plant sources as well in here because we have the oils from the pomegranate oil, raspberry seed oil, we have sea buckthorn seed oil, we have tomato seed oil in there, and safflower seed oil. So it's amazing. Can't find a better product out there, quite frankly. Or come contest that if you like. The other thing is I'm going to briefly show you the berry blend. Looks like this. They're all pretty simple to swallow. This one has roughly 10 to 11 different types of berries in it. In fact, I'm going to list you the names of the berries if anyone wants to know. Usually people ask. They include grapes. These berries now have berry blends have grapes, pomegranate, bilberries, blackberries, elderberries, raspberries, cranberries, black currants, artichoke, and cocoa. So where else do you get a product that has that's such an amazing range of berries? Quite frankly, I can't afford to buy that many berries every day, to eat that many berries, or even grow that many berries. I won't have the time of the day to do that, to grow berries that are sourced, and we know they've been lovely, beautifully farmed. Third generation farmers from overseas and lovely, nicely put into these capsules in a powder version, extracting the fluid and most of the sugar, extracting that from it. So there's very little sugar, in fact, across the 4 products, across the berry blend. If you have 2 berry blend capsules, 2 veggie blend, 2 fruit blend, and 2 omega blends a day, it's less than 1 to 2 grams of sugar a day, just across all our products, 8 capsules a day that I have every day. And it's a non-negotiable as far as I'm concerned, because the only way to get really healthy is prevention. I see so much chronic illness out there. We're not getting it right. Our modern medicine has been wonderful in its advances for acute medicine, but not so great when it comes to chronic illnesses. We will see the rise in cancers, the rise in obesity, the rise in diabetes, the rise in heart disease, you name it. It's going up like this, particularly in the Western countries. We have to look at just get back to basics. There's no quick fix overnight. So that's what I love about our program, our Juice Plus program, is we are taught the basics of whole food nutrition, reducing our ultra-processed diet, getting rid of the ultra-processed diet, preventing that attack on our cells, and better still, protecting. The studies have been proven, with the Juice Plus have done clinical studies and proven that our DNA can be repaired. Believe it or not, you can get DNA repair taking all our products, particularly the berries and the fruit and the veggies and so on. So I really think in terms of bang for buck, you can't go past our berries and our omega blends. I'll just give a quick fact. You know that berries are packed with polyphenols, and they're otherwise known as anthocyanins or ellagic acid. They also have resveratrol in them. They've been shown in studies to reduce oxidative stress and support cardiovascular health. They help neutralize free radicals, protecting cells from DNA damage. Quick fact for you, berries also help the brain. They help to improve circulation of the blood to the skin. Hence, it's very good. That's why we have a Vibrance Duo bundle where you can buy the 2 products together, about $100 a month, and plus shipping. And that's been shown to improve the skin condition and help us age in reverse. Another quick fact before I go, I've told you about the brain. I'm really big on that. It's that I told you that oh yeah, they had a study. I heard a study about a study today looking at the use of omega-3, like in our omega blend. We know that our omega blend raises the omega index. You've got to get the omega index up to protect your brain. And they found that if you combine omega-3 to the B vitamins, which, by the way, if you look at we have a video, it explains what happens with our products over time, after 2 weeks, 4 weeks, so on. They've found in one of the studies, and Juice has done 3 different studies, they've found the homocysteine levels do get lowered by our products. And that's another big plus for your brain. This professor in England and the other doctor that was talking about it in England, and several of them have found that if you lower your homocysteine levels, particularly below 10, that protects the brain from dementia. It reduces the rate at which your brain declines with age. So it's just another health insurance, as far as I'm concerned. And in fact, they did that study where they looked at omega-3 and B12 intake, and the ones that had the two together got 73% less brain shrinkage than the people that didn't have the omega-3s and the lowering of the homocysteine levels. So that's amazing. And that was looking at people with pre-dementia, already at risk. They're actually now realizing there is such a thing as maybe even possibly reversing, if you catch it early enough, dementia, if you just get onto your nutrition. So I cannot impress upon people enough. The nutrition's the answer. Prevention's better than cure. There really isn't. Unfortunately, we've been lulled into this false sense of security in modern day that there's a pill for every ill. That may be the case more in acute cases, acute care. I don't think it's the case anymore for chronic illness, not so much. So we really have to add in the nutrition, and that's what I love about our products, and I think I'll just stay on them forever. That's my new health insurance as far as I'm concerned, particularly as my mother died of cancer, sadly, and dad, multi-impact dementia. It's critical. Anyway, hope you're all having a good evening, and I'll hand this back to, is it Mons next, or who's after me? It's Mons.
It's me. Hi, everybody. Hope you can see me okay. Yep. Okay. So my name's Tammy, and I just want to say how much I've enjoyed hearing everyone's stories. And Caroline, your knowledge of products and just the science behind everything just blows me away too. Like, could listen to that all night as well. But yeah, just really enjoying listening to everyone's shares. But I'd like to share a little bit about what my journey's been like here with these programs, with the products. It's been 7 years for me. When I actually first came across the beautiful Juice Plus products, I was really skeptical. I tried a lot of things and I was very burned out. I was very overwhelmed with so many products on the market and just really looking for something that felt like it just didn't really exist, a bit of a unicorn and amongst all of the health products out there. And so when I was introduced to Juice Plus, I was actually completely on the skeptical side of things, and I was not interested in looking anymore. I couldn't believe that such a product really existed and that it would actually be powerful. And at first, I just thought, what are you talking about? Fruits and veggies and capsules? You've got to be joking. Like, you go buy them fresh, don't you? But in this world, in this day, in this age, getting really good nutrition is just getting harder and harder. And often in the shops and the food and everything's just not quite up to par with us anymore. So I was actually a food sales rep at the time for an organic food company. So I felt like I really didn't need to have more fruits and vegetables. I thought that supplements were something, more sciencey or something more advanced or some fancy words, but just fruits and veg just really threw me. But I had a really sick daughter at the time, and she had a lot of gut health issues and weight issues and food allergies and things. So I actually jumped on board because of the Free Kitties products. And I really felt at the time like my health was in a premium condition, really. But in hindsight, sometimes where we think we're good, it's just that we don't know how great really good feels. And we're settling for this kind of mediocre good, but that feels better than usual. you know? And so I just kind of realized that my idea of good, after using this program and the products for a while, I felt an elevated sense of health, and I felt just a lot more energy and a lot more clarity. And it took me a while to really be convinced about myself, but I saw massive changes in my daughter. So she was my little guinea pig, really. But over time, I noticed for myself that I wasn't getting sick anymore. I wasn't really getting colds. To be honest, in 7 years, I really have not been sick very often. And I just put it down to, making the changes in my diet and my lifestyle that this program has really encouraged me to do, but also the products themselves have flooded my body with all this goodness and nutrition that, to be realistic, at the point when I found them, I was doing a lot of really interesting things like keto and carnivore and all these things you hear getting thrown around. And it wasn't really benefiting me. I had almost completely written off fruits and vegetables. And as much as I was convincing myself it was a really good thing and I was having all this really clean energy, I didn't have the vitality. I didn't have the glow about me. My hair wasn't really growing amazing, and that's what I noticed in me, was just a huge pickup in energy, skin, and glow. And then a year ago, we bought in a kind of a new program. We'd been running a few health programs, but we bought in a new program, which is the Detox, which we've been talking about tonight. And approximately a year ago, I also, unbeknown to me, went into the menopause. And I'm 51. And it started about 14 months ago, and I didn't really even realize we actually started into the detox at about the same time. And one thing that I've noticed about the products for me and with the program is that my hormones have really been so balanced. We add in the shakes that Stacey showed you, and they're actually a massive hormone boost as well. They are very much focused around balancing our hormones out and nourishing them and really fueling them right. So I haven't been getting a lot of the usual symptoms that everyone talks about. I'm on some menopause groups and people are talking about all these terrible things happening. And I just realized one day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been through it all. It's been, we're meant to wait 12 months. Well, it's been over 14 months now, and there's been nothing. But there's been no symptoms. So everything's just kind of settled on its own without a really big drama, without the hot flushes, without the massive mood swings. I don't even know what else you're meant to get in menopause. Maybe it's forgetfulness. I think I got a bit of that. But I can imagine, like, the omegas and everything have helped me so much that I can't imagine what it would have been like without it. Like, I just see so many women out there suffering, and I've noticed that within our community, the women who are at my age and going through these changes, night sweats, joint aches, I haven't experienced. And a lot of women I know in our circles are noticing similar things. They may have come into our programs and into the products with some menopausal issues. But partway into it, they're noticing that the hot flushes are really dying out, their body's really cooling down, everything's balancing, their brain fog's definitely lifted, So these are things for me that I've really noticed as well. I don't know how bad it could be, but I know I'm feeling really good. Now what I wanted to share also is just a little bit about what these detoxes are that we're talking about, because I actually have a printed copy here, and I just wanted to share with you that when we start the detox, sorry, I've got a funny light on there, we're doing it for 10 days every month. And we're starting off on Monday, the 1st, and we're doing 10 days of really stripping back, our sugar, the dairy, the wheat and gluten, the caffeine, anything that's stimulating our bodies to get inflamed. So this is an inflammation diet, or we don't like to use the word diet really. It's an inflammation program to reduce the inflammation in our body, which naturally creates a lot of healing. So most illness is connected to inflammation. And so what this program is designed is just to really bring that down so that our body has the space and the capacity to heal, And so I just wanted to share a little bit that these programs start off with a little bit of a guidance here where we can log what we're doing with our journey, log our progress before and after. We're encouraged to take some measurements and things, but we're not actually about weight loss. It's a natural thing that happens. as we're healing. So there's a whole lot of guidance here to getting started and some detox boosters and things. And then we're really rolling into just, I'm trying to skip through the pages here, but a whole lot of really amazing recipes. That's what I'm trying to, hang on, look my finger, getting to here. These pages are so shiny, they won't turn. Hang on. Here we go. Really, really nice detox recipes with smoothies. Lots of smoothies in here. And then we move into, we have 3 days of liquid. And so we're doing soups and smoothies, and like there's some really amazing recipes in here. We're not into deprivation. And then after the 3 days, we start bringing in a solid meal again. So we're using the beautiful smoothies. We're using the wonderful fruit and veggie nutrition so that we're not going into deprivation. We're not actually restricting ourselves. We're fueling ourselves better than ever. We're actually using this as a re-nourish period. So we're giving our bodies much more nourishing food than sometimes a lot of us are actually doing. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, healing noodle broth. Like, they're really delicious. So I just wanted to share a bit about that with you. This is what it looks like inside our program. And then when we aren't doing the 10 days, we've got a lifestyle program. This book's fat and it's full, if I just do it this way, of a whole lot, where are they? Whole lot more recipes. They've actually got tiny pictures so you can't see them so much, but this is all recipes, guys. So we don't go hungry at all. And there's even some sweet snacks and things in there as well. There's little rewards. The smoothies themselves are amazing. We make some delicious things like chocolate chia puddings, and it's just a really delicious way to refuel our bodies. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what the detox looks like and give you a little visual, and just say, like, honestly, we've got nutritionists that have worked on this to make sure that it's just right for us. And we have, a year's worth of testimonials now from people who have really enjoyed it, had some amazing results. We've got women on our team here who have lost up to 40 kilo over the space of a few detoxes, and that's just, like I said, not our goal, but it's just a natural side effect of what can happen when our body's really in rhythm and, in tune with how it's supposed to be living and what it's supposed to be, fueled on and things like that. So, yeah, that's really my spiel. I absolutely love what we do, and I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. So, in saying that, I'm just going to wrap up and pass over to Mons. I have definitely talked enough, and she might have a little bit more to share with us.
Oh, thank you for that. That was beautiful. And thank you for sharing on the programs. I really need to get my hands on some of those printables. Just as Tamia just said, it's not all about, it's not about the weight loss. That is the side effect. It's, the side effect of looking after yourself is feeling good within your body, and whether that's looking at yourself and feeling good or just feeling good from the inside out, that's what it's all about. So thank you for all the beautiful, sorry, the dog's just running around. Thank you for your beautiful stories, and thank you so much to whoever's shown up tonight or was watching the recording. And if anything spikes your interest, please go back to the person that invited you to watch this event and recording. Have a beautiful night. Bye.